and just to clarify, nothing political, nothing religious, but just as an issue that's facing India right now.
Sure.
And so what I'd like to ask you first off is, for those listeners that might not know what's going on in India or might not have been aware of what's going on recently, what is actually going on in India at the moment in the simplest terms?
Sure. So around 60 days ago, the Indian government passed some laws within the agriculture and farming industry that basically have a direct impact on the farmers' livelihoods and their income, and that's all the farmers across India. There has been some protests and backlash from the farmers during that time, which didn't really make much difference, and it wasn't covered anywhere either. So, yeah, 11 days ago, around 11 days ago, the farmers of Punjab, they began a massive movement called Delhi Chalo, which means let's go to Delhi.
Yeah.
And that basically meant that the farmers across Punjab would march to Delhi and protest against the bills to the government. And this was then followed by farmers from lots of other Indian states, actually all the Indian states.
Yeah.
All of the farmers then followed along with this and also started protesting and marching towards Delhi, which they've now reached. It is a phenomenal amount of crowds. It's actually unprecedented numbers, and I can't even give you a figure because it keeps growing.
Yeah.
Every time I look at it, it's growing. And this kind of gathering is really no joke. The bills that were passed were clearly, they're clearly not sitting well with the farmers across India. They're very upset. And it's important that the government do something about this and listen to the people that actually put them in that chair. So, yeah.
Right, okay, so this is mainly about the three bills that are being passed in India at the moment, and what has the protest been like so far? What have they been doing on this journey to Delhi?
So on this journey to Delhi, it's actually been very peaceful. They've been marching to Delhi, they've reached there have been some meetings within the government to try and come to some agreements, but up to now, there hasn't been any success or any changes. But they've actually been met with, tear gas and water cannons and trenches and barbed wires, and it's not how a peaceful protest should kind of be matched from the government. Yeah, so it's been quite bad, but hopefully there will be some changes. They're still pushing, and actually this has caused a movement not just in India but across the world. Canada, America, London today, Australia, across the world there's protests happening, and it's been amazing to see how many, not just Punjabi people but actually just Indians are in support of the farmers' protest, because right now I think they do really need support of everybody across the world.
Yeah, I think it's been one nice thing to see from this is those generally from the South Asian diaspora across the world standing up together and, posting, whether that's posting on social media, whether that's raising awareness, whatever, to raise awareness of what's going on in a positive manner, which I've not really seen before from all of the, community coming together.
Exactly. I actually had a very busy day and I wasn't able to be a part of the rally, but I went to the London rally for around 20 to 30 minutes, and what I saw was very peaceful. There's bound to be some media that maybe will report on this differently, or some altercations. It happens, and it's not fair, but I believe from what I saw it was very peaceful, and everybody was actually in very high spirits, good spirits. So yeah.
Yeah, it's great to hear that, from someone that was there, that it was quite a peaceful demonstration and not perhaps what you might see in the media, and that's what we need to raise the awareness for in particular.
Exactly.
Right, well, the next question I have for you is, as a British Asian, why is this particular protest or what's going on important to you?
So, for me, the issue here is actually not anything to do with religion, caste, colour, or anything of that sort. That all needs to be thrown out the window. It's just about the farmers and their rights, and it's an issue that's taking away from their livelihoods. And watching this happen in our lifetime, it's 2020, I know that it's been a really bad year, but aside from this, we're in a modern day. These things shouldn't be happening, and it's painful to watch. And then to add to that, on a more personal level, I've been learning and practicing Bhangra for over 20 years, and I've also been teaching it for 10 years, from toddlers all the way up to fitness classes for elderly and ladies, and even teaching Bhangra to disabled, special needs, everything you name it.